Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and
let's talk about some cringy as F t-shirts and how hypocritical Ryan Kinnell, DRUNKSIMPEO, and the rest are calling out other t-shirts for people, what people want to support. Yeah, everyone does it. Who gives an F? Well, lots of people do. This means She-Hulk is going to be horrible because Tatiana Maslany decided to wear a short saying support trans futures. Okay. Who cares? They do. They care a lot, but they will wear t-shirts for their own crew. Ryan Kinnell, I've consistently seen him wearing I believe him and Jeremy t-shirts supporting the blue, freedom, all this other stuff, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. You're doing the same thing, moron. You're doing the exact same thing. Who cares? Is nothing to do. So let's watch a video reacting to Ryan Kinnell complaining about t-shirts. Just like the future is female. All over again, really. Tatiana Maslany is awesome. You're the one talking about She-Hulk consistently when you don't care. That's what's cringe.
Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe has been a massive
Lie.
disappointment for Disney. With so many different...
He also is wearing another t-shirt there, made of PCs. That's the one that got called out by, I believe, Keffels from the quartering. I don't know. I'm not getting into all that, but now he's backed by Meta PC, talking about t-shirts.
Things underperforming in the box office. Disney
Plus
that's a
series sponsor
that people aren't interested in. And it's because Marvel was true to their word. They told us that they weren't going to focus on story. They weren't going to focus on entertaining their fans. Instead, they would try to
say that.
Find a new audience through virtue signaling, through focusing on diversity.
This is the problem. Everything's a virtue signal. Everything's, you could, they didn't tell you to do. Well, the t-shirt says support. Who cares? There's people wear t-shirts, MAGA hats. Come on. And I'm not against MAGA. Well, whatever. I don't want to get into that. But people wear things that they support, bumper stickers. Okay? Who cares? No one's telling you not to wear your rebellion t-shirts. It's the same thing. Rebellion. I do think, come on, honestly, let's, in the comment section below, who do you think has a harder time in today's society? The trans community or below average actors like GINA Carano that have a horrible social media presence? Who needs your support more? I mean, I'm sure it's subjective, but if you're going to say that people don't want to even admit that you exist compared to my employer didn't like my Twitter activity, come on. What's more cringe? I'm not wearing any t-shirts. I'm actually not. I don't have any t-shirt on right now. But what's more, if you're gonna play this game, be consistent.
And inclusion. That's exactly what they've done. In the upcoming She-Hulk series on Disney Plus is no different. And in fact, all along the way, they have told us that this is a show.
Keep in mind, this is a grown man complaining about t-shirts on the internet, about people supporting what they want to support. That's the right. It's just not what you think. You may not feel that it's worth the effort or needed, but someone else does. Just like people don't feel, is there an actual rebellion here? Or just an employer that an employee with below average talent wouldn't follow their guidelines. Again, we're getting to this place where people say canceled. You know, people used to get fired all the time, and they didn't claim victim of being canceled. People just get fired. Now, in 2022, you can't just get fired from a job. I was canceled. I was canceled from my employment. If you're not a benefit to the business, you might get fired. Or you might not get an extended contract. It wasn't even that. It was you didn't get a new contract for a new show. She would have had a new show. She would have had her own Disney Plus series. I'm not going to Disney Plus me. Disney Plus me, please.
Made by female activists for female activists. That's the bottom line. And if you're not down with that, we don't need you watching our series. That desire to virtue signal to be activist may be the reason why in every single advertisement you're seeing for She-Hulk, the person who plays She-Hulk is virtue signaling herself. She-Hulk star promotes trans rights in Disney Plus ads. And people noticed this a while ago. This is Abomination AJ. Does this pic make you feel like you're watching promotion for a hashtag?
Yeah, this is my new friend, Abomination AJ. I was actually just going to respond to his Twitter, but I saw this video. Does this pic make you feel like you're watching promotion for She-Hulk series? Well, here's my pushback, Abomination AJ. You care. I don't. I'm focusing on her words and what she's talking about, and I really don't care about what people's T-shirts. People wear all kinds of bullshit on their T-shirts. Supports trans futures as opposed to being a She-Hulk graphic tee or green lettering that says smash. Why can't she say what she wants to say? I thought you were for freedom of speech. This is also the hypocrisy. Freedom of speech when it's the speech I like. No. Freedom of speech. Who cares? It's not. This has no bearing on the quality of the product. This just gets free advertisement and then could potentially make some people in that community feel good about themselves. Just like when people wear rebellion T-shirts, it might make Gina Carano feel better. I think even my friend Saggy has a rebellion hat. It's the same thing. You want to feel supported. Big effing deal.
She-Hulk series.
I need more T-shirts. You know what I'm really upset about? No one buys my T-shirts. I have a T-shirt. I've only sold one. I've only sold one T-shirt. Virtue signal for me. Virtue signal for MME. Actually, can I find my T-shirt? Hold on. Rhea made it for me. Let me find my T-shirt. Hold on a second. No. Teespring. Mad Max. Movie Madness. Hold on a second. I can't find my own T-shirt. Hold on. I'll have to do that for the live stream. I'm sorry. I got distracted. Can you someone's virtue signal for me for my MME, please?
Or trans futures, as opposed to just being a She-Hulk graphic tee or green lettering that says smash. Hashtag Disney, hashtag Marvel, hashtag sucks. A lot of people did see this and were wondering the exact same thing.
It's free advertisement by people.
The show while you're promoting the show. And now
she is promoting the show. Stop acting like she's not just because she's wearing a T-shirt. This is disingenuous bullshit. She's doing both. Can't she support what she wants to support plus promote the show? I honestly think weirdos are the ones that complain about T-shirts constantly when there's other context there and there's a show to enjoy. Who gives an F? You know, go get your MAGA hat and your rebellion T-shirts and all the stuff that you do yourself. You do yourself, okay?
The lead actress herself, has provided some information. Diversity and inclusion have been watchwords for Disney as of late, as the company moves to add all the colors of the rainbow to its canvas, much to the detriment of their ratings and their fans.
It's the most successful entertainment franchise in Hollywood ever. You could be talking about this for the next 10 years, and you rely on them consistently. That's how pathetic you are. You need Disney. You need Disney. Talk about something that you care about 24/7. You can't do it. You do not exist without Disney.
The MCU has been an important part of that drive and has seen some incredible growth in the area of representation throughout Phase 4. That must be why Phase 4 is the one that's so severely underperforming. Isn't that crazy? While She-Hulk Attorney
Not
at Law, the
severely.
next MCU project, may not seem to be pushing boundaries in the same way, the show's lead, Tatiana Maslany, has made it clear she wants to use her platform to spread the same message. Maslany recently talked about how her decision to promote transgender rights through her apparel and marketing for the show plays in the overall themes that Marvel and Disney have been reinforcing. Maslany can be seen in featurettes for the series wearing a shirt that says "Support Trans Futures," a clear sign of her support for the struggle for equality for both transgender and wider LGBTQ plus communities. I think some people are still under the impression, only people in these bubbles, woke people in these fucking bubbles, they're under the impression that maybe trans people aren't allowed to exist or something.
Are you now? This is where he's absolutely lying. Do you know the Daily Wire Matt Walsh documentary, "What is a Woman"? You don't want to even admit what they are or what they want to identify as. There's absolutely issues for that community. Absolutely. You're acting like it's no big deal. There's more of that than there's more need for that, I'm sorry, in my opinion, than rebellion t-shirts. Welcome to the rebellion. Please support this video, leave a like, and let me know how hypocritical you think it is that they go hard for this, but they're so concerned about the different opinions t-shirts. A different opinion that for a community that might actually need some support, you know?
So they feel the need to bring attention to that, which obviously is just not the case.
It's not. We're from what? Facts. Give facts. It's not the case.
Decision may seem small. Ms. Lanning remarks she's aware of what reach images like this have. I know how little it costs me to do something like that. I'm incredibly privileged, and I'm very fortunate to have the platform that I do. And I'm very supportive of people who are fighting on the ground for LGBTQ rights. That community means a lot to me, and if there's any way I can continue to voice my allyship, then I'll do it. Again, every single ad you see for She-Hulk, this is what you're watching. And we also learned from the writer more about.
Also, please comment below if you recognize the hypocrisy, how they virtue signal for their own opinions and their groups as well about the rebellion and all this other bullshit. It's so hypocritical.
Disaster that She-Hulk is going to be. Most important scene of women helping She-Hulk in the toilet almost got cut. Writer Jessica Gao explains why she fought to keep it. The scene in question took place when a confused and disheveled Jennifer Walters found herself in a bar's restroom, her clothes and hair a mess, and her shoes missing after blacking out from becoming She-Hulk. A group of women enter the restroom and seeing the state Jennifer's in, they immediately offer their support, cleaning her up and arranging her looks, even giving her shoes to wear. They give her their own.
You're not a woman. As far as I checked, Ryan Kindle is not a woman and doesn't understand certain situations for women. I'm not gonna suggest that's not important to women, but how does he know? How does he know? You know, get back out there, girl. You had a rough day. Supporting each other. I can easily see that's plausible and based in reality. They don't want to deal with women issues in a storyline. Or not issues, but things that might mean something to someone else besides the white male. It doesn't concern me. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it in entertainment if it doesn't concern me. How selfish. And this isn't a She-Hulk TV series. It's focused. The main character is a woman. So it's going to deal with certain things that you might not be aware of, or you're new to you. I don't know. Maybe the geeks and gamers and the Kennels and then their neurotics all hang out in the bathroom as well. I don't know.
Shoes. Jessica 38 explained that scene was so important to me. There were so many times it was on the chopping block because a lot of people didn't understand it. But this is the single most important scene in this entire.
No, that's
episode.
Cringe. That's Cringe.
Truly, the women's bathroom.
I don't know. I don't know if that's the single. Okay, I can't be hypocritical myself. At least try not to. Suggesting that's the most significant scene in the whole series is the bathroom scene. I guess I'll have to see the context, but okay.
Most protective and supportive environment. Again, focusing on very strange things that will only appeal to a very small portion of people.
Women? What?
Who are actually going to be watching this. This is what they're doing with She-Hulk. And by the way, we got a new clip from She-Hulk. You want to see how cringe and unfunny this entire thing is going to be?
Yeah, I do want to see.
Here you go.
Thank you.
So, back to what I was saying before, my theory.
Oh, God.
Steve Rogers did not have a girlfriend before he went into the service.
Says who?
The History Channel. So he becomes Captain America, and from that moment on, a symbol of America, he is rushed to the front lines. He becomes a war hero. Then he is frozen in ice.
First of all, how fucking boring is this? Imagine putting this clip out there as promotional material. It's about to be, continue to be cringe and boring, but it'll also become very unfunny.
Right.
So, based on everything you've told me,
Mhm.
after he gets unfrozen, he goes from world-threatening disaster to world-threatening disaster. That's when he's not a fugitive from the law, right? So it seems like he was pretty busy.
All you're doing is repeating everything that I've already told you about my friend and colleague.
Obviously, Captain America was a virgin.
If you didn't catch that, obviously Captain America was a virgin.
But
You've now
potentially
wasted 45 seconds on absolutely nothing. This is the clip they put out. And oh, by the way,
he can't.
There's a spaceship on the
He
road.
can't handle what some majority portion of his audience may be incels. So that can't be a main talking point or a joke. You can't joke about a man's virginity. See how fragile he is? You can't do it. This is cringe. Talking about a male not getting any. Oh, my dear Lord. We are alphas on the internet talking about t-shirts. We always get some.
And because the woman wasn't paying attention.
As a virgin.
Is it because the stereotype of women can't drive? But there's lots of characters in these movies and shows where they're talking, not pay attention, to get in an accident. It just isn't a woman. So that's fake news. That happens all the time in these shows. If you want an actual receipt of that, think about Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange got in an accident. It's not just the women, Ryan. It's not just the women.
Now we're in a car crash. Now, this may be the only actually funny part. The only
What?
part that might make people chuckle.
What? Because they're in a car crash? That's funny to you?
Just like Az says, woman driver fails to see massive spaceship because she isn't paying attention to the road. Makes sense to me. This show is not going to be about entertaining people. It's going to be about sending a message, just like we've seen time after time after time. I think it's going to be pretty hard for them to get normal people to actually tune in.
Him and his fans are the normal ones.
And watch this garbage.
You're going to watch it. You're going to watch it. Your fans are going to watch it.
Your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like button. Subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell for notifications. Share this video out there. And I'll talk to you
I'll share it my own way. Don't forget to engage with my video. And I will see you later today for a member stream. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. And please don't forget to leave your comments to discuss the hypocrisy of virtue signaling t-shirts and their cringe. What do you think of the rebellion t-shirts? Who needs your support more? Who's more oppressed? The LGBTQ community or below average actors and actresses that can't behave on their social media and don't get a contract extension? Who's more oppressed?